everyone, my name is Elelwani Nefale. I'm from a company named Elelwani Catering Services. We are a hospitality warehouse and we are based in Kinross. I get support from Youth Chamber of Commerce and Industries and also from Gert Sibande Rapid Incubator Center. I studied hospitality management at the University of Technology after completing my matric. I think that's where the root of my business is mostly. After completing with my diploma, or even before completing with my diploma, I had an opportunity to work with different companies. Like locally, I did my in-service training with Graceland Hotel and Casino. I'd usually go there during holidays to do my experiential learning there. And then I've also worked with Sheraton Hotel, which is in Pretoria. And I was also employed at Hot Dog Cafe. And then I honestly feel that that's where this idea of having my own company rooted from. Because with Hot Dog Cafe, I was working through different departments within the company. Sometimes I'll be at the warehouse with doing the bookkeeping, and then sometimes I'd actually be in the restaurant preparing their food and also serving customers. Sometimes I'd also be on the small outlets where they were selling hot dogs, and then sometimes they were making their own hot dogs, so their own sausages. So I'd also be there. But then what really struck me when I was working for them is they needed to introduce a new product into the market, and then they needed to introduce fish and chips. They didn't have a recipe then, so I worked with them throughout to get the recipe. So I can proudly stand here and say the fish that they're making, I actually did it. I was the one who, I was doing their testing, their ingredients, and that's when I actually saw, no man, if I can come up with a recipe for them to sell out there and make money out of it, I can actually do my own thing. Because I was getting a salary, but compared to the money that was coming in out of what I was doing for them, then I realized that I could actually do that myself. So I resigned at Hot Dog Cafe in 2014, but after resigning, I had to go back to school to complete my diploma. Okay. After completing my diploma, I had to now pursue opening my own company or starting doing my own thing. But then with that, there were a lot of challenges of now, okay, I already know what I can do, but then now, how do I start this? I started with selling scones. I was selling scones, I was baking them every morning. I'd take my, I didn't have a car, so I'd take my mom's car and go out with a bucket to sell scones. But then the selling of scones wasn't the actual idea. The idea was to make enough money to be able to buy equipment to now start my catering company. And during that time when I was selling scones, my business was not registered. It was running like, I don't know, a tuck shop. I don't know, I don't even know what to call it. And then it went on for over a year without being registered. And then I only got to register my business in 2017 with the help of SASOL. I was under a program in 2017 with Tushia. So we were attending business classes where they were teaching us on how to run a successful business. After the program with Tushia, I was able to open my own restaurant in Kenros, but it has closed and we've moved back to working from home. And currently, we are doing events for corporates. We are doing weddings, birthday parties. We do platters, anything that has to do with food, it's covered. And recently, we've just started with baking cakes for, like, birthday cakes for all occasions, for your weddings. And then I can say currently that's what's really pushing us. And then this idea of baking cakes, it came during the pandemic, when people couldn't go out to celebrate their birthday, or couldn't go out to buy birthday cakes. I remember when I started, I wasn't actually starting to sell. I was just trying out to bake a cake. I baked one for my mom's birthday. I remember I did the whole setup. Like, I remember that night on my mom's birthday, I baked a cake for her, and I made a 3-course meal on that day. And then I posted videos on WhatsApp and Facebook. And then that's when people really came out to want such services for them. So yeah, we've been doing cakes, platters, funeral, scones, so everything that's catering. The challenges that I had to overcome within the business was to make it a formal thing, more than just getting money coming into my account and spending it. And then that's when the incubation center comes in, because they've been helping me, they're still helping me to set up my accounts, my record keeping, because I can say I've been making money, but you know, there were no records in place to actually say this Elelwani catering service is a business. Although I was rendering excellent service and getting good money, but there was no record keeping, and which I realized that it's what's very important to take my business where I actually want it to be, because the idea is there, the idea is big, but it's not just about the idea, it's also about the admin work, you know, getting everything jotted down. And yeah, that's where the center is helping me with currently. And some of the challenges, I'd say, what starting was getting funds, to buy equipment. That has been a challenge, but I was able to overcome that, because when I started getting clients for bigger events, I'd request a deposit upfront to be able to sponsor the business. And then I'd get the money, and most of the time you'd find that the money that I've been getting from the business, I've been using it to reinvest it in my business to buy more equipment. Because I've also had an issue, because each time I get a bigger job, then I'll have to go out and hire equipment, so which leads me to losing money instead of making money. But so far I've managed to buy most equipment, so if you have functions, I'm your girl, you can hire me. When I started my business, it was so immediate that I couldn't go out and look for funding. That's why I said I started with just selling scones to generate income. So, but currently, the center the incubation center is now helping me to get funding from NYDA to buy more equipment for my business. But then to young people out there who are watching, I can just advise you and say, you know, sometimes you don't really need to get funding. I think what you need you need clients mostly, because those are the ones that will bring in more money. So if you are seated out there and you have a business idea that you want to go for, I'd say it's the right time to start. It's actually now, and not wait for funding, because even the processes within the funding structures, they're not so immediate to say, okay, sometimes it can take months, sometimes it can even take years for you for them to actually approve you. So the best thing is to go out there, meet clients, find people that are actually willing to pay for your services beforehand. Like for me, it was easy. Like I'd go to my client and tell them, okay, this is what you want from me, request a deposit from them, and then that's actually the money that can help you to offer or render your services. So having no funds shouldn't stop you from starting your business. Elelwani Catering Services is all about excellency. Like the food that we prepare, I think a lot of techniques go into it. We're not just cooking for the sake of cooking or baking for the sake of baking. For instance, when I make my scones, they are very soft. And then also with the plate, the food that I serve, they are well presented, very clean, and everything is right on time. So in future, I'd like to see some of my products on the retail shelves. Like for now, there's this trio biscuits that I make. I think everybody enjoys them, and that's the first thing that I want to take out there for the whole of South Africa to actually experience it. So actually the name for my trio biscuits, it came about, it's 3 different flavors. Inside the biscuit box, it's melting moments. There are cinnamon biscuits and also sugar biscuits. But then for now, you can hit me up on my WhatsApp and place your orders on 071-950-7959. Or maybe follow me on Facebook on Elelwani Nefale, or on my Facebook page, which is Elelwani Kitchen and Catering Services. We are looking into opening a restaurant, but with that I'm still looking for a location, a suitable area where I can open my own restaurant. I want it to be a restaurant where breakfast is served all day, although there will be different menus for different times, but I wanted to be a setup, a family setup kind of, where you can actually eat your breakfast at any time. And pushing our own products. Oh yeah, and there's this interesting one, guys, where I incorporate traditional food from I'm vendor, so yeah, I incorporate traditional food with modern cuisine. So for instance, you'd get mashonja couscous. So yeah, we're trying to push the brand into national and international as well. Goodbye for now. Hope to hear from you soon. Don't forget to hit me up on Facebook and also on my WhatsApp. Thank you.